Hey everybody, here I am. I'm wrapping up this IBuyPower, which we did the liquid cooling replacement. That's what we used there, the Corsair XL8. We did the clear. Customer just wanted clear. So basically, to give you an idea of the process here, it's got a little front cover, which was over here. So the front cover just pops right off. Got a glass front cover. You could see the clips here on the sides. So that, comes right off of the front. Pops right off. Then you got a little drain plug right there. You got a little drain plug right there. And then up top, you also have a drain plug. And then this is like it's like a screw that's also, I guess, to manage the air flow in these tubes. So bottom line is you got to take it out as well. Otherwise, these tubes are going to still have water. So those are the two drain and cycle plugs. So you can see it's much better now. So I guess what happens, I don't know what they did last time, but if you get, over the course of time, they do start getting a cloudy, maybe bacteria or something like that, or if you just use plain water, then the chances of it getting, bacteria, algae, what have you, starts getting higher. So it is good to change it every so often. So you can see it looks pretty good. So what we did there is drained it. Then let me just go over the process for that. So first it was drained, and then I flushed it 2 to 3 times. You want to flush it with distilled water. Distilled water is the cleanest water you're going to buy, just because it's evaporated water, so there's no minerals and calcium and other kind of deposits in there. So you get some distilled water and run it through. I ran that through a couple of times. That way we get all the water that was in there out. Basically like a flush, like you would do to a radiator. But make sure you do it with distilled water. Then once you get it all out, then just refill it, run it for a while. It's been running now, I don't know, for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Run it. You're going to see over the course of time, you're going to get little bubbles. You'll fill it up to the top. Then you're going to have, the bubbles will start like, swimming around and eventually coming up to the top over here. Right, so you can see I almost got them all out. There's a little bubble there. So as it keeps working through, most of the bubbles eventually are going to land here at the top, and then you remove the plug, let the air out, and gradually you can just keep filling it so that it's basically no air bubble, no movement, no nothing. The other thing I did as well to get some of the bubbles down here on these sides is, once it's sealed, make sure you got both of those plugs in there. Move it to one side, move it to the other, force all those bubbles up to the top. Move it backwards, forwards, tilt it. And you want to get all those bubbles up here on the front reservoir, so that way you can take the little plug out and get all the air out of there. So we're going to run it for a while. There's still like the little micro bubbles. They seem to be going away. That kind of get stuck. They're not stuck on the glass, they're stuck on the plastic. It's probably hard to see. There you go. Yeah, you can see that. So see that? It's stuck on the plastic. This is like, the front is glass, but it's like a plastic case. And those are stuck on the back. Now I've read if you just let them sit there over time, it's may eventually go away. I'm not sure about that. Well, customer will have to figure that one out if that's the case. Do they eventually dissipate into the liquid? I don't know. I'm running it kind of warm. Trying to get it to run warm. I turned off the fans. I turned off these fans so I can at least get it to idle. But it's idling at about 40 something degrees, so I'm thinking that if I can idle it a little bit higher, make it run a little warmer, then possibly the little air bubbles, I would think, would expand and maybe, you know, pop up faster. If not, the recommendation that I'm going to give the customer is through the drain hole on the top to get a fishing string, fishing line, and he could put it in through there and just kind of swish it around and just knock them off of the plastic or the glass. So I haven't seen anybody online recommend that, but I think that would be pretty simple. I don't know, you know, it would have to be kind of thick. Haven't been fishing in a long time, so I don't know if that's like a 20-pound line or something like that. Basically, you know, something just skinny enough to go in there, and it has to be something that's not gonna leave residue behind. So that's why I'm thinking of, you know, of a fishing line, and pop it in there and get all those little bubbles out. Depends how picky you are, you know, with your stuff. So that's what's going on right here, right now at PC 911.